So I rewatched Avatar Fire and Ash, saw it in theaters when it came out. And it's up for Best Visual Effects and Best Costume Design. Which, the effects are the same as they've been for this series since 2009. It looks the same as it did in 2009. And then again in 2022. The costumes are legitimately the same that they were in 2022. These are token awards. That's what this is. These are token awards to make sure people don't get butthurt about James Cameron being snubbed again. Because, I don't know if you remember, but I remember the outrage when he got snubbed, but Catherine Bigelow was nominated for Hurt Locker. This is to avoid a repeat. These are token awards, and they didn't do anything different. I'd be honestly surprised if it won either. Just watched Hamnet. It's up for 8 awards, I think, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Casting, Best Costume Design, and Best Production Design. So, let's go through those one by one. As far as Best Picture, I still have 4 more left, so we're not going to judge on that yet. As far as Best Director, I've got 3 others in that category. However, for both of those, I think we can say that it's a good movie. It is a very good movie. As far as Best Director, I know Chloe Zhao for one other thing, and this is definitely better than that because I've slept through Eternals twice. As far as Best Adapted Screenplay, again, I haven't read the book. As far as Best Actress, Jessie Buckley did wonderfully here. She did great with the performance. She had a lot to work with, and she hit it well. As far as Best Casting, honestly, I think I can't see really... I know lots of people have played Shakespeare, but Paul Mescal does well with the role here. Jessie Buckley, again, did really well. All of the children were good. The only standout, mostly putting this one in for Nancy Serena. Joe Alwyn gave about the performance of a tube sock.
Joe Alwyn!
As for costume design, it's like all the costumes, they looked good. And when Shakespeare played Hamlet's father in the performance of Hamlet at the end, the ghost thereof, the makeup would have been time appropriate at the time. So, attention to detail, I guess that would maybe fall more under makeup and hairstyling, but costume was kind of caked with paint too. So I'm rolling it in here. As far as Best Production Design, everything looked appropriate for what I know of the time. So it was good. It was good production design to me. So, we'll work. I always say this, but we're going to see how it does against its competitors in all these different categories, but it's good. Just watched Marty Supreme. It's up for 9 awards, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actor, Best Casting, Best Cinematography, Best Costume Design, Best Film Editing, and Best Production Design. Now, as for the Best Picture, say it with me here, I haven't watched them all yet, and I'm not sure if it's gonna be that one. For Best Director, I've heard of Josh Safdie, but I don't know his work real well. This movie, it was an interesting enough story about a dude trying to make it big, but this part's going to probably lean a little bit into the Best Actor part. Timothy Chalamet's character was really, really, really slimy, and I didn't like him. Um, for best original screenplay, it was okay. I think there was better. The best actor. Now we're back on talking about Chalamet here. Timothy Chalamet. I'll grant him this time he was, playing against his usual type. Most of the time he plays kind of a lot the same, at least in my opinion. So this time he was playing a little bit different, but I didn't like the character. It's kind of like when I watched Raging Bull. I hated De Niro's character. Just that's how it is. So, like, yeah, I don't know about best actor there unless I'm supposed to hate him. As for best casting, a lot of these, like a lot of the characters here, can't really see anybody else doing them. But a couple of the ones that are here, I kind of feel like they were chosen because of, who they are. Like Chalamet was chosen because he's Timothy Chalamet. Kevin O'Leary was chosen because he's a businessman. Just personal opinion. I don't think Kevin O'Leary is much of an actor, really. Cinematography. There's a few good shots, but nothing really memorable. I mean, it was shot well enough, but nothing really stood out. Costume design. Yeah, it's period appropriate costumes. I mean, we're talking 1952. People looked like they were in 1952. Film editing. Yeah, it was fine. The editing was fine. I think I said before, your editing is best when you don't see it. Best production design, yeah, it looked like 1952. Production design was good. I I don't I don't have a whole lot to say about this movie because I didn't like it. This is who I think should and will win for best costume design. So I think Malgosia Tarzanska. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that one. I haven't looked it up ahead of time. I think Malgosia Tarzanska will win, or should win, for costume design for Hamnet. I think the costumes were very well done in Hamnet and period appropriate. I mean, just look at William Shakespeare playing Hamlet's father's ghost in during the play scene. It's what it would have been for the time. He's got like the powdery paint substance all over him to make him look white. That's how it would have been done. I think that's well done. That could also fall into the makeup and hairstyling. Absolutely, I get it. But like they did it to his clothes too. It's like his clothes had been dipped in paint. It's it was that to me should and honestly will, I think, be the costume design winner because I think the Academy's going to see that for what it is. And honestly, at least one of the entries on here on the best costume design, Avatar. I'm sorry, what costume design? Half of the movie is fucking computer generated, if not more. Are we? Was there a lot of design that went into Spider's loincloth? Alright, so I just watched Begonia, except for four of them, except for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Score, and Best Actress for Emma Stone. Now, as for Emma Stone, I think she's great. She's done a good job in everything I've ever seen her in. As for Best Picture, I've still got others to watch, but it's interesting. It's interesting. I think it would have been better if the ending was left more ambiguous. Just personally, because really, on top of that, it's like Emma Stone's performance was. You could easily, if they'd left it ambiguous, there could have been debate for like a long time about whether she was or was not Andromedan. The ending made it, they kind of made it really obvious, but yeah. As for how well it's adapted, I've never read the book, so can't say whether it was or was not well adapted. That said, for the fact that it's at least done something different from any previous version, I mean, this hasn't had a previous version. So I would still, like, for the adapted screenplay, I would put it above Frankenstein. Then for best score, right now, I don't think so. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen all of the options for best original score, but the score was really bombastic here, and absolutely, I mean, it's like full orchestral. We're talking like practically Tchaikovsky, but it's it's too bombastic for the material, if that makes sense. Just, it would have been better a bit more understated, just in my opinion. Just my opinion. So, I mean, we'll see how it stands on all four of those awards. I think I think she's got a good chance for best actress. We'll see on best picture. I've still got a few entries left to watch on that. Adapted screenplay, I've watched 2 so far, so we'll see if it's right now it's the front runner, but there's 3 others. And then for score, I don't think so. I just don't think so. This is who I think should and will win for best original score. And I think, again, this is going to be one where the Academy is not going to have a different opinion from me. I think that winner is Ludwig Göransson for Sinners. Sinners' score, to me, is the standout. Most of the rest of them on this list, I kind of didn't notice. I'm pretty sure I made commentary about the Sinners' score, how it was. It was like it seemed time appropriate for the movie and everything. I think the Sinners' score is the best score out of the options here. Nothing else here really was notable. I watched Kokuho. It's up for best makeup and hairstyling. And by the very nature of the movie, the makeup and hairstyling needs to be. It needs to be. I mean, it's a movie about traditional kabuki acting in Japan. And kabuki uses very, very intricate makeup. Yes, it's a base white, but it's very, very. It is intricately done. So the makeup has to be. It has to be there. And it was. It was really. Like, the makeup was really well done. With one exception. Kiko's old man look at the end of the movie wasn't it. But with that exception, the makeup and hairstyling was what it really needed to be for this work. So I just watched The Smashing Machine. It's up for the Hair and Makeup Award. And honestly, it's almost distracting how somebody who looks almost nothing like Dwayne Johnson by the end of the makeup process, and that, like the makeup and hair there, has Dwayne Johnson's voice coming out of him. But like, the makeup was transformative. It was great. Johnson put in a hell of a performance as well, so blunt, but she always does. But we got to focus on the hair and makeup here, and like, he didn't the prosthetic work on his face changed the shape of his fucking head. he doesn't look like Dwayne Johnson. So, that's a real credit for the hair and makeup here. I mean, you also had the usual the boxing makeup or the fighting makeup, like when somebody gets hurt, you get the blood and everything. But that's really it's basic. That happens in every wrestling, fighting, boxing, whatever movie. So that is not remarkable because it's not doing anything different. But yeah, the making Dwayne Johnson look like Mark Kerr, that was impressive. So I just watched The Ugly Stepsister. Don't normally watch a lot of foreign flicks, but this one was up for the makeup and hairstyle um, award, which, I mean, many of them are just kind of, the basic period piece makeup and hairstyle and whatever, except for Elvira, the titular ugly stepsister. Um, the body horror that she goes through. I think the movie's probably more accurate to the original grim fairy tale of Cinderella, but that movie was just upsetting and very much covers the whole. It covers the male gaze. It covers uh, un, unrealistic beauty standards, and the body horror makeup was something else. If you ever feel the urge to watch a movie where somebody has rhinoplasty done with a chisel, this one's for you. You ever want to watch a movie where one girl pulls a 12-foot tapeworm out of her sister? This movie's for you. Um, yeah. Like I said, for hair and makeup, it's there's Elvira is well done, but it's just her. The rest is kind of fairly bog standard. So I don't know. We'll see what the rest of the categories got. This is who I think should and will win for best makeup and hairstyling. So I think the one that should win for best makeup and hairstyling, this one was a tough choice for me. It kind of came down to um, the Smashing Machine or the Ugly Stepsister. Because for the Smashing Machine, Dwayne Johnson disappeared there. The makeup was incredible. He looked like Mark Kerr. It was really well done. But the Ugly Stepsister was horrifying. The Ugly Stepsister's makeup is what deserves this award to me. I think it's the one that should get it. But I think the Academy's going to pick Sinners. Now, don't get me wrong. The makeup in Sinners is good. I think it's well done. I think it's from dusk till dawn. I think the makeup's been done. Maybe not as good, but I think it's been done. So, for me, it's the Ugly Stepsister, but at the same point, I won't necessarily be disappointed if the Academy picks Sinners. Hey, I just watched A Friend of Dorothy, and yes, it does lean into the meaning of that term. It's one of the live action shorts for up for Oscar nominations, and it's it's really very it's a kind of a heartwarming thing about friendship and coming from anywhere, and it's also about prejudice and finding identity and all that kind of thing. And specifically, it's more about embracing identity as a gay person. It does lean a little bit into some stereotypes that maybe aren't true anymore. At one point, they probably were, but they kind of maybe aren't now, at least not entirely. And it's it's a good movie. I don't know that it's going to be the best live action short. Um, but we'll see is what else is up in the category. I've still got two more to watch. So yeah, for now that it was good. I enjoyed it. Hey, I just watched Butcher's Stain. It's a good one. It's the last of my live action shorts. It's about a guy who's dealing with various forms of adversity. It's a single dad trying to get visitation with his kid. He's also dealing with trying to survive on a minimum wage job, and at the job he's being accused of tearing down some posters in the staff room, and there's no basis for the accusation, no proof, anything like that, but people are still convinced that it's him who did it, just because somebody said, "Oh, I saw him do it." There's there's political reasons in there too, but I'm I'm apolitical in general, and I don't know enough about the conflict to be offering any form of opinion on that here. Um, so I'm not going to. I'm staying out of that just because I am not informed. So I am not going to have an opinion there. But this one is a good movie, and check it out. Hey, so I just watched Jane Austen's period drama, one of the live action short nominees for this year, and it's funny. It's really funny, and it is it's well done. It looks the part. It is a very well done movie. It is, and it's funny. And it makes a point, and I I appreciate this one. I think it's well made. I think it looks good. I think it tells a great story. I'm I'll be interested to see what any of the rest of the live action shorts are like. So I just watched The Singers. It's another entry in the live action shorts category. 18 minutes long. Kind of just it seems like it's just going to be kind of a basic thing, but it takes place entirely in a bar. You got a group of guys, just they're they're all wrapped up in their own shit. They don't they're not really much paying attention to anybody else there, except the one guy is going along and he's asking everybody to buy him a drink. He's got no money. Then the bartender tells him that if he can outsing this old dude with an oxygen tank down the end of the bar, then he'll buy him a six pack. So, and then the bartender goes down. He talks to the guy with the oxygen tank, and he's not into it at first. But then they end up into an impromptu, unexpected singing contest. See who, and the winner would get $100 bill and a free drink. And really, it's not really about that, because by the end of it, there is no winner really given. It's just camaraderie, everybody coming together. And I think that's kind of nice. Everybody just not thinking about their own shit anymore, just together. Yeah. So I just watched two people exchanging saliva, and there's a sentence that, definitely sounds like it means something else. It's one of the nominated shorts, one of the live action ones for this year. Literally, it's called Two People Exchanging Saliva, Probably has a different title I can't pronounce because it is French. Um, but yeah, it was an intriguing concept, all in black and white. Um, and you don't actually see the titular event in the entirety of the movie. It's basically there's a society with that's I it's hard to explain because like the the currency that they exchange is that the person buying the items gets slapped in the face, and everybody maintains the absolute worst breath they possibly can have because that way they can avoid kissing, because kissing is dirty this dirty thing that nobody does, nobody even talks about it. It's obscene. So interesting concept. Probably an allegory I'm not getting, but it is 10 to 3 in the morning. Um, yeah. Don't know if it's best live action short, but we'll see at the end. Here's who I think should and will win for best live action short. I think personally the best live action short out of the batch was The Singers. I showed two of the live action shorts to Nancerina. Both of them were favorites for me. So this one was actually kind of a tough choice to get down to, is like which was the better one, Jane Austen's period drama or The Singers. Both of them are great for different reasons, and I loved both of them. But The Singers is 100% to me the best live action short. It tells everything that it needs to in such a short time. It tells it says all the things without saying all the things.
It shows and doesn't tell.
Exactly. It shows and doesn't tell. It says all the things that it says all the things without saying all the things. So for me, the best live action short is The Singers. But Butcher's Stain is about the whole Israel Palestine thing, which, as Nancerina said in the documentary ones, which, as I've said in my review for it here, I am not educated on. I don't know about this. Butcher's Stain is a good short. Absolutely, it is. But I don't think that the Academy is going to choose it for the right reasons. That said, I do think the Academy is going to choose it.